Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Adventures in Minecraft. We're down here in the house build, actually on the ground floor of this place because I'm going to go and change up this area completely and hopefully, edit it, make it look a lot cooler than it is because it's really bland and boring at the moment and there's nothing going on over here. There's also one more thing that we need to do, which is that room over there, the first room that we sort of have, because that is still completely empty, so I've got to go and fill that up with some things over there. But one thing that we're really going to have to start off with, I think, is actually digging out this area behind or underneath this sort of section of the house. So what I mean by that is, if you look over here, we have all of this area which is kind of got a wall surrounding it, which makes it look cool, but there's nothing behind there. So what we can actually do is expand this house underneath this area by digging out all of the land inside here, and we can actually maybe even create room for things like a storage room or something like that if in the future I want to stop living over there at that house. And by the way, my render distance is so low because I keep lagging really badly, and for some reason my recording software just kind of stays on one frame when it records a cut, and it's really annoying. And yeah, I was lagging quite a lot, so I just thought I'd change this render distance level to something a little bit more manageable for my weak computer, because clearly it can't really manage all of the stuff that's going on in this world, and there's more to come. So I think I'm going to have to keep a slightly lower render distance. Besides, I'm only going to be building over here for now, and also I'm going to need to go and get myself my beacon so I can actually dig this place out. And actually, maybe I should actually put the beacon somewhere in this house. That might be a little bit of a better place for it, because I'm going to be spending more time over here in the future, I guess. So I think I've found pretty much the coolest place that I can think of putting this beacon down. At least for now, at least temporarily. I might have to move it in the future. Maybe when we dig out this area at the back, we'll find some more space to actually put it. But I think in this staircase area right here, where we have this cool chandelier thing, if I just put the beacon right here, because I actually have some space underneath this staircase, and I've always wondered what to use the space for actually, so this is pretty cool. I can put the beacon right there and it should work, because it has sky access just from this glass roof over here. So that's really cool. I think I can go and put the beacon right here, and that should just work out. Wow, I am glad that I brought so much iron, because I definitely needed that. So I've sort of filled this up all the way down below, and we have the pyramid shape sort of hidden underneath all of this. So now I can just go and actually put in this beacon right here. And I remember the first time I actually used a beacon, I was so terrible at it. Okay, now I've got the advancement as well for the first time. But yeah, I didn't even know how to activate the beacon the first time I used it, so that was pretty stupid. But I think for now we're just going to have haste and haste 2, just so we can do insta mining, and that should be good. So now I can actually get on with the mining, which is probably going to be the hardest bit. And I think I'll go and actually put in some glass over here probably. So this thing is in here, but to be honest, I'm not too sure about it. I was actually gonna color the beam in with different types of stained glass, which I tried out. So I tried using blue, orange, and crazy combinations of all those colors, because they actually start to color the beam slightly. And that piece of glass right at the top there will be coloring the beam from above this point, which is why it goes so dark. So if you look at the beam color here, it will be completely different to the beam color on the outside, which is slightly darker. Just because of that, but I think that's kind of okay for now, since this is only a temporary thing. But I think in the future I'll definitely go and actually make some kind of machine by which you can change the beacon colors. I think that would be really cool. But for now, we're going to be digging out this area, so this is going to take ages, but at least it's going to be a lot quicker because of the haste. Yeah, I haven't gone very far, and I've already found a slight problem, which is that we're only one block underneath the whole courtyard thing. But you know what, I'm just going to carry on, because I think that's kind of cool. It gives us a lot of opportunities to do different things, and obviously we can dig down as well by a couple of levels or so, so that will be you know, we'll get enough space in this area. Definitely, it's going to be a little bit weird to get in and out of this place, but I'll figure out some way of doing it. But yeah, I think that's really cool. We could have like you could see through these little bits of grass down at the thing, which is going to be underneath here. I think that would be really cool. So I'm digging away over here, but there is a little bit of another problem, which is that these glowstone sort of lighting systems that we've put in place so that we can actually light up this courtyard section, they are in the way, and they bring us further down, even one block lower than we were before. So I think I'm probably going to have to get rid of those, but I'll leave them in obviously for the time being. But I'm probably going to replace them with a sort of organized lighting system where we just have redstone lamps or something in the ceiling, and that way we can sort of light up the top bit and the underground bit as well together, which would be really cool. Okay, so this is really cool. I feel like I'm on some kind of archaeological dig here because we keep unearthing things underneath this place. Secret little things which were here before. So this thing right here, which you can see, this used to be a mob spawner, which I used to actually have on this sort of in this area. So this thing was the death drop zone where all the mobs would fall down and die due to fall damage, and there was a big spawning platform right above where we've built that big watchtower kind of thing. That's where I had this before, and this was before I actually even started this series, I think, so that's really cool. We've unearthed this thing. I obviously left the space in there. I don't know why. Maybe for future excavation, clearly. So we've also got parts of the old tree which was here before as well, and now my inventory's full. So I'm going to have to go and empty this thing. Yep, I am at the wall over here, so the edge of the house, and we've also got some friends joining us. And nope, bad friend, get out of here. So yeah, I've got so many plans for this place now because this is looking absolutely awesome. I can extend this all the way out that way, and we've also already got mobs spawning there as well. So I can extend this thing all the way out in that direction, and I can also sort of go all the way out in that direction pretty much as well. So we have so much space over here, and I don't even know what I could build. Like I don't even know what I'm going to build here, to be honest. Today I just wanted to dig out the area. I didn't want to make any start on any new kind of project. But we could do tons and tons of things. Like the possibilities over here are just endless. So I think I've just kind of extended the house out to its full potential, and I'm definitely going to be making something here in the future. So I have dug out a huge area here. As you can see, we've got loads and loads of space to work with, but I can also go further if I wanted to, so I can go further into this wall and also into that direction as well. But to be honest, I don't even know what to do with this much space, so I think I'm just going to leave it and move on to the next project which we have to do, which is down here inside the actual house, because I'm just going to keep that area there for future use, and I'll get back to that one in a little bit. Alright, so I'm in this room right here trying to figure out exactly what to put in it, and I've not made much progress so far. It's been pretty terrible. So I've just got this little table thing here made out of some oak wood, and I've got a chest on top of it. That's about everything that I've done so far. But I've also gone and replaced some blocks here in the wall with some black stained glass. I'm yet to see this from the back, so let's just take a look at that and see if it affects the build at all. No, I think that's okay. That is kind of doable, and you can also go and see inside the room now, which is kind of nice. But I originally actually wanted to put in some chests into these areas. So for example, just to have some chests like that and like that on top as well. But unfortunately, they've removed the feature from Minecraft where you can actually open chests with slabs on top of them, which is really, really annoying because you used to be able to do that, and that was a good time. So now I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have to get rid of the top chest at least. But I think what I can do is just maybe I can alternate some trap chests and chests like this and have them just on the bottom level, or I could do the other wise option, which would be something like this. And maybe I could even have a chest up here. No, that would kind of be floating, so that's probably not the best option here. And I kind of want to have, you know, a bed in here somewhere, although I've got no clue where to put that at the moment. So I'm going to have to figure that one out. and this little small bed won't do, unfortunately. We're going to have to build something pretty big and nice and impressive in this room. Oh, damn, I have got so many items. So many items all over the place in my inventory. I'm just emptying it out into these new chests. And by the way, I've come up with a slightly better option in terms of these chests. Now what we can actually do is, I realize we have a space underneath as well. We have a 1 block space. So I can put some chests underneath there and also put some carpet on top like that. So that looks pretty cool. And now I'm just going to clean up all of this mess because, oops, I've got lots and lots of items to sort out here. Loads and loads. Okay, so I have been building in this world for a fair amount of time now. It's not been too long actually, or at least it's not felt like it was too long because it was really fun working on this room, and I'm just going to reveal it to you now. So take a look at this room. It looks pretty pretty crazy, and you're probably wondering why I've used the green wool, for example, and the green color every now and then, and I've gone a little bit crazy essentially. I've gone a little bit crazy in this build, but it seems to kind of just work out. I kind of think this all just works, and I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, I think it's okay, and I'm surprised actually because I never ever use green with grey and colours like that. I never have, you know, rugs which are just all over the place. So this is meant to be a kind of an unfurled rug, which is just, it's not a square rug or anything like that. Obviously, it's just meant to just you know, be a bit crazy like that. It's kind of just reminds me of something that you'd have in a medieval bedroom or something like that. And even though this house isn't necessarily a medieval build or anything, it just kind of works, and it just works perfectly with this kind of huge bed. So I did try and actually have 3 beds, but that was too big. So this is satisfactory anyway. It's more than good enough. And obviously we have these glass beams, if you like, in the with the cobblestone walls and the fences as well. They look really cool. And we got paintings and armor stands, which I might change up actually. They look a little bit too flashy and kind of take away from the rest of the room a little bit maybe. And we also have some more carpets over here. We have a little desk, and also I put some iron, I forgot what they're called, iron trapdoors on top of these iron bars. And yeah, I don't know, it just seems to work out. So I've just built this in one cut, and it didn't take too long, to be honest, and it is quite a small room, which is why I just sort of did it all in one go. But to be honest, I still think there are a few little things missing, so I'm going to give it another go and add in a few little touches here and there just to make it even better. So despite attempts, I couldn't actually figure out anything else to do in that room because I didn't have enough space, and I'd basically done everything that I really could. So now I've actually come down the steps here to the first floor, or the ground floor, and I'm just going to work first on this tunnel over here because, yeah, we have this cool little slime block launcher thing, which I'm going to get to in just a second. But we have this tunnel, and I've tried to decorate it in the past, as you can see, but I'm just not happy with the decoration. I want to go and use some different materials. It looks so grey, and so I'm just going to literally tear this stuff out and build in something new, something which looks a little bit better. So that's the first state of affairs here. So I've been working here for a little bit of a while now, and I think I've got a design which I'm really happy with, which can be replicated all the way along this corridor, and will make it look much better than it is at the moment. You can also see that I've got these iron bars which I've added in. Not too sure about them, but I will be changing things up here, because also I'm not sure about this little thing that I've got on the side here. It was just a bit of an experiment, like most of this stuff at the moment, but this design seems to work. So I really wanted to use this stained concrete stuff and put that into the floor and into the walls and things, and I think that this design incorporates it nicely with parts of what we had here before, so that's really good. And as I always do, I just started digging stuff out as well, and the reason is that we could use these tunnels, I guess, to expand out our base and have maybe tunnels to other places as well in the world, just for the future. So I just figured I'd just keep these sections open. Maybe for now I'll just get some black concrete, which looks really cool, and I'll just kind of barricade them off like this. and I kind of want the concrete itself, not the concrete powder, so I'll have to find that. But yeah, I'm just going to go and replicate this design all the way along this corridor, and hopefully we'll end up with something looking much better than what we had before. Yep, all of the lovely design is in here all the way up to the edge of this corridor, and we've also got some nice iron bars and iron trapdoors in there alongside the original design which I had, which I showed you just a second ago. So that is looking pretty nice, and we got loads of jack-o'-lanterns here and there to light the place up, so we don't need any torches here anymore. And I really love how dark and just completely black this black stained concrete is. I don't know if that's actually what it's called. I think it's just black concrete, but it is like, it's just super one color, which is not a feature that many of these blocks have in the game. So I just thought I'd go and put them in the areas where I'm sort of not going to build something yet, but I'm just going to save that area, if you like, for the future. So I might do that for the area which we dug out underneath the house as well, and I'll probably do it for this area over here as well. So I've picked up the powder again. I'm gonna have to go do that in a second, but the next thing we're going to be working on is actually at the top of this this stairway, or this corridor right here, and that is this slime block launcher. So I've been using this thing for a long time, and it works every time I record, but when I'm not recording, it just doesn't work properly, and I have to kind of use it, you know, 2 times or more just to get up this place. So what I kind of want to do is replace this slime block launcher with a better slime block launcher, and hopefully one which I can actually use alongside a trapdoor over here, sort of a redstone trapdoor which will open and close itself. I think that will be absolutely awesome, and it's something that I really wanted to do, because I don't like just having a hole in the middle of this place. But there is another thing I could do. If I can't find a trapdoor design, I can actually build this up. Sort of, I'm just using the concrete powder here as an example. I could build it up with some walls and some cool stuff. I don't know what kind of an example that was, but yeah, I can build up some walls around it and split up this place just like I did to the top. But anyway, I'm going to go and search up for a design for this thing, and then I will be back. All of the decoration is done here, and we've also got a much better, well, I say much better, but we've got another redstone design here for the piston elevator thing. It's actually a slime block launcher, not an elevator. So if I just use this thing, hopefully it works. So it's been actually not working for, yeah, it keeps doing that essentially. So I mean, it does work a lot of the time, but then sometimes it just glitches out, and I kind of glitch inside the blocks, and I'm not too sure why it is. I'm not sure whether it's something wrong that I've done with the design or the redstone timing, which I can quite easily change, or whether it's actually something to do with just the mechanics of slime blocks. I'm not too sure. And obviously I've also added in some redstone lamps and things like that, not too much to see there. But other than that, everything is the same. In fact, the launcher design here is pretty much the same as well. I've got all the same redstone in there. Still one piston. I've just made it into a 9x9 one, so it's easier to actually get fired up rather than just having a single slime block there. But I also found something pretty cool, so I'll go and fix that in a second. I found something underneath these stairs, so I just broke those blocks, and I realized that I had another hidden tunnel over here, and it actually was the same one which I found, which led into this other area which we dug out, which is pretty awesome. So I've already got that connected up, and that gave me another idea. Yeah, by the way, I've also gone and added in some jack-o'-lanterns over here just to increase the light on the top, which is obviously the courtyard section. So obviously the light will go through those leaf blocks and ensure that no mobs spawn up there, which is pretty cool. But if I just go over here, I found a kind of a use for this tunnel thing here that we dug out. So I just dug a tunnel in a particular Y direction, and by the way, over here is our front door. That is the redstone for all of that, just to give you an idea of where we are. And here is just another random tunnel which I found, which goes on for ages. I don't know what I used that one for, probably for mining or something right at the beginning of this world. But this can also lead to this area as well. So that's a really, really cool way of having a kind of a secret entrance. And this thing right here, which I haven't showed yet, that is actually leading all the way up to our tower build, which we did in the, I think it was the last episode. So this thing right here is also connected now with the rest of it. So that's really, really awesome, and I really like the fact that we can actually connect up everything in this world now with this house. And yeah, these tunnels are proving to be quite useful already. So the episode is actually meant to continue on from here, and it goes on for at least another 16 minutes or something like that. It actually goes on for quite a long time because I carried on recording and I kind of lost track of time. So what I'm deciding to do is to actually split up this episode into 2 episodes essentially. So episode 49 and episode 50 as well are actually the same episode, but I'm just splitting them up into 2, otherwise it would be a ridiculously long episode. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one.